We got a jam-packed show tonight. I got no time to waste. We got to get this thing going. Let's get the intro rolling. Hello, everybody. It is Steve. It is May 1st. We are in May already. The second quarter is now underway. Well, actually, it was underway last week. Oh, well, I got too much to do. I can't filibuster. We got a lot to go through tonight. We're going to go over what sold last week. We're going to go over what new things I picked up this week. And I'm actually going to talk about something other than reselling tonight. And I've got a lot to talk about. So let's get started with what sold last week. As you can see, it was a big week. 37 items, $1,252.54. We're going to go through these rapid fire because the pickup video that I've got is about 8 minutes long, and then I've got some other stuff I want to talk about after that. So we're just going to blast through these. First, oh, by the way, if you're not watching this on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, check out the podcast, the video version on Spotify, or you can pick up the audio version. I'll do my best to represent on audio, but this is a visual podcast. So you're going to want to check it out on the video stream if you can. First up, the Game & Watch collection. This is from my July pickup lot. This was brand new factory sealed. This went to Amazon, did not sell on Amazon because it's, I guess, such a rare game, but sold pretty quick on eBay. $62 free shipping. Next up, we've got the, this is from that G.I. Joe lot. I think you saw this a little bit a week or so ago, but this is accessories. This is not even figures. This is just guns and backpacks and missiles and things like that. Sold that for $50, free shipping. Next up, we've got Mario Kart DS. This was also one that went to Amazon. Not sure why this didn't sell on Amazon. Maybe I had it priced too high. $17.59 sold on eBay. Reptile. This is from the G.I. Joe lot. This is actually, no, I take that back. This is from the second G.I. Joe lot when I bought the box of G.I. Joe and miscellaneous stuff for $5. This one figure sold for $29.99 with free shipping. So that one figure paid for the entire thing if the rest of it that I already listed didn't pay for it. So a lot of money made in that box. Next up, we have a Dynamite Cop for the Sega Dreamcast. So what I'm doing is a lot of the stuff that's been sitting around in inventory for a while, I'm running a promotion right now, my eBay store, 25% off. This is probably below retail value, $129.94, and they paid shipping. But I'm already in the profit on this lot, so I can take a little bit of a loss just to get inventory moving. Sometimes you have to do that. Next up, Lego Marvel Superheroes for the Nintendo Wii. I'm not sure which lot this came from, whether it was the Nintendo lot I bought back in September or the big video game lot from July, but this is a Wii U version of Marvel Superheroes Lego, brand new, factory sealed. Not a very expensive game, but sealed, still got $12.31. Believe it or not, the worst game in the Atari 2600 catalog, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, sells for a little bit of money. I can't understand why, but if you find this game or you have this game, you can see right here, sold this for $14.31. Now, it did sit for a little while. I've had this in inventory for a while, so be prepared to sit on it, but it will sell. This is the figures from that $5 box. This was all the complete. Was this complete? Yeah, there were a couple of complete figures in there, but mostly it was cod pieces and torsos and legs, and sold for $100. So when you take this $100 plus the $50 for the accessories plus the $30 for the one figure that sold, that's $180, and I spent $5, so it was a good deal. You saw this in a pickup video about maybe 2 weeks ago. This is Ghost Stories. Paid $1.49 for this at Goodwill. Sold it for $19.99, free shipping. This is from the old G.I. Joe lot that I got for free. This is the Deep Six backpack and helmet accessories. Apparently these I sold the figure separate because the figure sells for about $20, and with the accessories sells for about $24. But if I sell the accessories separate, then I can get more money. So that's what I did. $12.99 for the two accessories for that one figure. Okay, next up we've got Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection. This is brand new, sealed. This is the blue label, not the red label. Sold for $14.10. Again, not a valuable game, but since it was sealed and it was 25% off, they decided to jump on it. Shovel Knight for the Wii U. This was not sealed. You can tell by my picture whenever I put whenever I do a picture for a video game that's a complete in box, I always show the case, the manual, and the disc, so there's no questions. So this was complete in box, not sealed, but it was $21.96. Okay, next up, this has been sitting for a while. Great Rock Band Country Track Pack 2 for the Nintendo Wii, requesting me to pack it well and send it as soon as possible. I always send next day. And I always pack video games in a cardboard box and then in a vinyl padded mailer. So they always arrive undamaged. Okay, next up, this was from the lot, I believe last week. Was it last week? This was from I think this was from last week. This was a collection of Wii games I got for Wii and Xbox 360, and I think I paid $12 for the whole thing. This one game sold for $9.99 with free shipping. Had this sitting around for a while. If you have old parts from old computers you're no longer using, there's money to be made there. This is the Thunderbolt to Gigabit Ethernet adapter for the old MacBook laptops before they went USB-C, and sold this for $11.13. Again, didn't have anything in it because it was mine, and I was just trying to get rid of junk that I wanted to get rid of. Baroque, again, Atlas game. Atlas games are very popular. If you have any games made by Atlas, they're usually worth some pretty decent money. This was a complete in box for the Wii, $29.99 free shipping. This was a game I'd never heard of before, but this was also in the $12 lot that I got last week. Obscure the Aftermath, complete in box for the Wii, $14.99 free shipping. Activision titles do really well. Again, I'm working on a complete North American Atari 2600 collection for me personally. So what I'll typically do is I'll buy lots of video games where there's 20, 30 games in there. I only need one. So I'll buy the lot to get the one, and then I'll part out the rest. So I bundled up 3 Activision games, sold it for $12. Plus they paid shipping, so that wasn't bad. $16.71 on that one. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on my comments. So you know what? If you leave a comment tonight, I'm not going to see it, so don't bother, because I've got too much to do to get that set up right now. Tecmo Super Bowl. This is one I picked up last week. $29.99 for this one. Needed a new battery, so I did do a battery replacement on this one. But works great. Tested it. Customer was happy. $29.99 for that. I paid, I believe, what, $12? You have to go back and check last week's episode. No, $10. $10 for all 4 because it was $2.50 a piece. So this one game paid for all of it, and the other 3 are still sitting there. The last story, this is from my July purchase, $104 plus they paid shipping. This is a very rare, hard to find game. It was complete. It was not sealed, although the soundtrack that's included was still sealed. So I was able to get a premium for that. So $104.99, $113.18 with shipping. This was from the, you saw some of these sold last week. This is more from that same lot. These are Kraken dice. They're metal role-playing dice. It's the only one missing is they had a charm. They came in this set, but it was in a metal tin. They're very heavy. They're weighted dice, but it's like a 4-sided, a 6-sided, a 20-sided, that kind of thing. If you play Dungeons and Dragons, you know what I'm talking about. $35 for that set of dice minus the charm, and free shipping on that one. The Hallmark Frosty the Snowman singing plush. This one sold for $23.60, free shipping. Not much more to be said about that. This is from my Christmas collection, not from my recent plushy binging that you're going to see more of coming up in just a few minutes. The NES, the original Nintendo RF switch adapter. This lets you hook up your original Nintendo to a coax on a TV. If you have an old 4x3 CRT that doesn't have AV inputs, this is what you need to hook up your old Nintendo. $8.24 for this one. Probably made a couple of bucks, but this is more of a someone might need this type thing than me making money. So I'm trying to help out the community. And if I make a couple of bucks, that's okay. But again, not a lot of money there. Bayonetta 2, not a very good game, but for the Wii U, complete in box, both discs. The Wii U version came with the original Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2, sold that for $34.95. The original Xbox 360 composite cable, this is the red, white, and yellow wires for the Xbox 360. $5.79 for that one. Again, probably lost money on that. That's more than me just trying to get rid of inventory, because you can see that was from the 25% off promotion. Sometimes people ask me, why are you willing to sell things if you're going to lose money? And it's a question I often wondered when I was getting started, but now that I've been doing this for a while, I understand. Sometimes you just need to move inventory. If I can make a lot of money on one item and lose a little bit of money on the second item, then I've moved two pieces of inventory. I've still made money. It all comes down to don't be greedy. So just move inventory at this point. Baseball Stars, the original NES game. This also needed a new battery. This is from the 4 for $10 lot that I bought. $17.99 on that one. Combine that with the $29.99, you're up to what is that? $38? No, $48, and I spent $10. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga for the Nintendo Wii. This is also from the $12 lot last week. $9.65 sold for that one. Again, just moving inventory. Namco Museum Megamix. This is one that they bought and they decided they didn't want, so they're returning it. So we're not even going to discuss that. But that's for the Nintendo Wii. Not a very popular game. I may not even sell it. I may just donate it when it comes back. Again, this one right here. This is an Xbox 360 white fat system. It does not work. It has the red ring of death. And believe it or not, you can still sell these for parts. People will buy them for parts. So rather than just throw this to the dumpster and walk away, I sold it for $14.99, and they paid shipping. And I did no returns. So once it's out the door, I'll never see it again. And the only way they could return it is saying it's not as described, but I made it very clear it's not working. So that's that. I've got two of these. I'm going to show you one, and then we'll just move on to the next item. But this is a Wii U wireless Pro controller with the charging cable. Sold that for $33.74 with a 25% off promotion and free shipping. There's another one down here on May 1st, which we'll just skip over. So I sold two within a couple of days. PS4 Sakura Wars. This is the launch edition. Again, not a popular game. I think the only reason I was able to move this because of the discount, the 25% off. Sold that for $25.98. I think that was sealed, and I think that was from my July lot. There's the other Wii U wireless controller. Squishmallow, Eric Blobfish. You saw him last week. Paid 99 cents for him at Goodwill. He still had tags and sold him for $29.90. Plushes are ridiculous profits. They may not be the most fun thing to sell, but they are ridiculous profits, and you're going to see more of that coming up here in a few minutes. The Lego Harry Potter Wizarding World Clock Tower, 75948. Bought a bunch of these on clearance last year, I believe from Walmart. I don't remember exactly how much I paid, but sold them with a 25% off promotion, $68, and they paid shipping, $88.44 on that one. OEM Mario Kart Racing Wheel, $8.81. Not a lot of money. Again, just wanted this gone. Had this for a while. Disney Tangled for the Nintendo DS. This is a complete in-box copy. Again, not worth a lot of money. Just wanted to move it, $9.40. Probably made a couple of bucks on that one. Finally, we've got the 1986 Cobra Night Raven Pilot. This is from the original free lot of G.I. Joe figures I got. $34.95 for this one. $36.80 with shipping. So that's everything that sold last week. Again, keeping this thing moving, we're going to go ahead and show you a little quick recap video of what I bought this week. Now, this week was interesting, and I'm going to dig into it a little bit. It was raining on Saturday, but I still go yard sailing anyway, and I'm glad I did because what I found was pretty darn impressive. So I'm going to roll you the video because I've already sold some of it. So let's take a look at what I picked up this week, yard sailing and thrifting. Okay, so as with all things, I want to start with what happened on Friday. So Friday, I did my thrifting. Nothing. The only thing I found was this sealed board game, Taco versus Burrito. I picked this up at Goodwill for, I think it was $1.99. And it sells pretty well on eBay. So I went ahead and picked that up. And then Saturday it rained. And the best advice I can give people is if you're a yard sale person and you like to go to yard sales, when it rains, go anyway. There are some people who are determined, I guess is the best word, to have their yard sale rain or shine. And that's what these folks were. It was a community sale. The community sale got canceled, but these people were just determined they were going to have their sale anyway. So I walk up to the sale. The first thing you know when you find a yard sale, if there's a long line of tables that stretches the length of the driveway, you've got potential there. So I walk up to the sale, and the very first thing I see is I see this stuffed animal. This is a Build-A-Bear. I told you before, stuffed animals from Build-A-Bear do really well. And I've never seen this. This is some kind of a zombie bear. So I saw this. So immediately I grabbed this because I'm like, okay, this has got some potential. Let me see what else I can find. So I check this out. And as I'm walking further in, I start to notice a bag of, excuse me, Pokemon plushes. There's a Eevee wearing a Pikachu set. That's from the Pokemon Center. There's an Eevee. Here's a Halloween Pikachu. There was like 6 or 7 of them in this bag. So I asked them, I said, how much are you asking for the Pokemon plushes if they were in a bag? So I assumed they were selling them as a lot. So I said, how much do you want for the bag? And they said, I got to go check with my husband. Well, apparently all of this was her husband's. He collected stuffed animals and they're moving, so he wanted to get rid of it. So he said $1 a piece. So I'm like, okay, can I assume this bear is also $1 since they're $1? They were like, yeah. I said, okay, you've got 5 Pokemon stuffed animals in the bag and this, so that would be $6, which you do 5 for everything. And trying to save a little bit of money, even though I didn't really need to, but I like to haggle. And she said, yeah, that's fine, $5. I said, okay, great. But then she started counting, and apparently we missed this little guy. I didn't see him in the bag, so this made a total of 6. So it wound up being 6 plus the 1 for the bear, which was $7. I said, all right, how about 6 for everything? They said, that's fine. So I gave him $6 and I walked away. And as I'm walking away, the husband comes out and he says, are you into stuffed animals? And of course I told him, I said, I'm into anything that I can flip and make some money on. He says, I'll be right back. I got a lot more stuffed animals in the house. And I said, well, I'm going to go take these to the car. If you have as many as you say you are, I'm going to need, you know, more hands to carry stuff. So as I'm taking them to the car, I walk back and I missed this on the way in, but I noticed this Darth Vader Build-A-Bear. This is the 25th anniversary Darth Vader Build-A-Bear. So I'm like, okay, can I get this for $1? And they were like, yes. So I paid her another $1. So now we're up to $7. And I take all of those to the car. And then what happened next, you guys saw it. If you didn't, check out my shorts. I did a short on this yesterday, right as soon as I got home. My entire back seat wound up being stuffed with stuffed animals. Bags upon bags upon bags. So long story short, he brought out all these bags and he says, what were you thinking? And I'm like, well, if I'm going to offer you a number, I'm going to lowball you because that's what I do. He says, okay, well, throw me a number. So I said, $20. And he said, well, how many do you think there are? I said, there's probably 40-ish, I would guess. And he said, how about 75 cents a piece, $30? I said, how about 25? He said, no, I think 30 is fair. So I'm like, okay, I'll do 30. But I only had $20 on me. I said, hold them for me. Let me go in town and get some more money, and I'll come back. Rookie mistake, obviously, didn't go to yard sale with the money. But again, it was raining. I did not expect any yard sales, so I just took what I had in my pocket. So I went in town, I got money, I came back, and then the guy told me, he said, I've got good news and I've got bad news, depending on how you take it. I was like, okay, what? He said, well, I found more. So I'm like, oh, great. So he went in, grabbed 3 more bags, and I said, how about 35, 30 for what we already agreed on and 5 for this? He says, fine, take it, whatever. So I grab all of them. This is just a small sample. We'll get into that in a minute. And as I'm walking out, I noticed this Atari plug and play on the counter. I said, listen, I said, you wanted 30, I wanted 25. You've got 3 on this. Can you throw this in for the 35 plus the stuffed animals? He said, that's fine. So I got this basically for free thrown in. But the rest of this, these are all stuffed animals. Now, what I've decided I'm doing is so my plan right now is Friday is thrifting, Saturday is yard sale plus shorts as I find things. And then I'm also doing Saturday, Sunday. Today's Sunday. But Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to start doing live streams on YouTube where I go through everything that I've found and show how I price it, show how I research it, show how I list it. So if you're interested in that, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get notifications when I go live. What I've done so far is I've gone through about half of the bags. There's no way I'm going to get it all done by tomorrow. So this is just a sample. What's on this table is stuff that is valuable. Now, valuable is a subjective term, but this is all stuff I either have listed or I'm going to list on eBay. What I'm doing during the live streams is I'm sifting. I'm going through the bags, and if it's $10 or more, then I'm going to list it. If it's less than $10, I'm donating it because if I donate it, I can still get the tax write-off. But at the end of the day, this one bear here, I think if I remember correctly, I think he goes for about 50 bucks on eBay. So this one bear will pay for everything. Not to mention the fact this Eevee wearing the Pokemon or wearing the Pikachu hoodie, being that it's brand new in the bag from the Pokemon Center, these 2 alone will pay the $35. The rest of this is profit. This right here goes for about 14, 15 bucks. What else? I've got over here, I'll show you just some quick things. I'm not going to go through all of this. But this is the Super Nintendo Mario bear from Build-A-Bear. A lot of these are Build-A-Bear. A lot of them are pop culture. Here's a vintage Garfield plush. This over here has already sold between the time I listed it about an hour ago and now. This is already sold, a vintage 1986 Raggedy Ann doll. But there's just a lot of stuff up here. There's a lot of stuff I didn't sell, and there's a lot of stuff that's going to be valuable. So we've got some little Rugrats figures back here. This is a very old bear. You can tell by looking at the tag. These are called pot belly bears, I guess because of the shape of their belly. I don't know, but I'm learning a lot as I go. Here's a Ziggy in a nightshirt that sells for about 20 bucks. So all in all, I think I'm going to do really well here. There's a My Little Pony, a giant My Little Pony. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet because this is going to be a nightmare to ship. But my rule of thumb has been and always will be, if it's less than a pound, I'm going to do free shipping. If it's more than a pound, I'm going to charge shipping unless I just want to move it, and then I might reduce the shipping or do free shipping. This guy actually makes sounds. I'm not going to trigger him because I don't want to hear that again, but he does really well. So that's it. Again, I'm not going to go through everything. If you want to see what's available, go check out my eBay store. But that's it. That's kind of what I did this weekend. So I apologize for stopping the video so briefly. I just didn't know how else to end it because I just snipped out what I put on my YouTube short. So that's it. That's what, or on my YouTube channel. That's what I bought. That's what I sold. We're going to take a break from business stuff, and we're going to talk about some cool gaming stuff that you guys need to know about. Okay, so I hate to admit this, but I have been watching TikTok. I swore I never would, but I did. But I found a guy on TikTok who was playing with this. This is called I guess it's Geiger Super Slide. This thing is a major time sink and a lot of fun. Let me just show you real quick how this thing works. So basically the idea is you want to take this red tile and you want to slide it to this bottom center piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on. And the first thing it's going to do is up here in this little LED section, if this is level 1, it's going to tell you this is how you need to set up your board. So I need to put this here. I need to put this here. Move this, move this, move this. And this is the starting position. So I hit the little red button to stop it from blinking. And now what I do, all these little tiles are just magnetic. So they slide around. They don't fall out. I could take this, turn it upside down. They're going to stick. But what I've got to do is I've got to slide things around until I can slide this over. And then I win. And then it goes to level 2. So now for level 2, I have to set it up this way. Put that here, this here, and this here. Like that. And then I hit on off. And now I start sliding again. So I'm going to try doing this. See, I should have prepped for this a little bit better. There are 500 plus levels on this thing. This thing is ridiculously addictive. The tactile feedback, the magneticness, the interactivity, and it gets progressively harder as you get through the different levels. You have to add in, like, here is one blue slide. They give you more of these. You're going to add more of those in, which makes it more difficult. So it's a lot of fun. If you want to take a look at one, there's the link right there below. It's on Amazon. It's like $45. But so far, I've enjoyed the heck out of it. So that's one physical thing that has gotten my time occupied lately. The next thing I want to show you is the coolest thing I have seen. Apparently, if anybody knows me, I enjoy video games. I love the old EverQuest, the MMOs, massively multiplayer online games. I love the old EverQuest. Well, back in 2003, they came up with Star Wars version of EverQuest. It was called Star Wars Galaxies. It died out pretty soon, I think like 2011, and they just shut it off for lack of interest. But in 2016, a bunch of people got together, and basically it's a community-led project since it was abandoned, and they built something called Star Wars Galaxies Legend, and oh my goodness, is this thing fun. Check this video out.
Welcome to Tatooine.
So that's it. I mean, I know the graphics are kind of old school and corny, but you get past that really quick. It's a lot of fun. It's super simple. Doesn't cost anything to play. It's literally free. All you have to do is download the game, install it, and you're good to go. And that's it. Just kind of check it out if you're into MMOs. It's a giant sandbox with quests, and do what you want to do. If you like World of Warcraft, if you like EverQuest, if you like that genre, you definitely need to check it out if you're even remotely a Star Wars fan. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for this week, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it when you check me out every Monday night. I'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Take care. God bless. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to The Steve Bailey Show. Please make sure to check out Steve on all his social media platforms.